So just watching the market. Clearly, we're in a short-term downtrend, short-term bearish move right now. Whatever you call this, a bear flag. I'm not big into patterns, but if you are, then it would make sense. So let's see what happens. See what happens. VIX is kind of lining up with the levels we drew out. Looking strong this morning, up about 4% now. A lot of times I look into the M7, see how they're reacting, see if there's any big news. Apple's kind of like same bearish flag, downtrend comparatively to S&P. Yeah, Microsoft, same thing. Google, same thing. Amazon, yeah. So like the Meg 7 basically have like the same price formation as the S&P. So no major divergence, no gap up or gap down. And then we have Tesla, of course, which is no surprise. Tesla is doing something completely different. I had the strong sell-off on Friday, and now it's recovered.
Yeah.
It's price action. So, but as we all know, Elon Musk and Tesla, they are their own beast.
Do you ever trade like single stocks or not much?
No, for me, they're more so just long-term investments. And I use stocks just for passive income, like dividend payouts. But that could be a conversation for something else. So
yeah.
So for me, whatever I make in trading, I use to redeploy into other areas of passive income. So that's my whole goal here. Yep. So like I'm not really, so the only dollar amount I put in my pocket is to pay my expenses, of course a little entertainment, and then majority of it the rest of it I'm putting into either stocks that give me 5 to 6% dividend payout per quarter, per annum, or investment plans, REITs. I don't know. There's a bunch of ideas out there. If we can always have a subject about that as well. But that's the goal here. Trading shouldn't be to put money in your pocket and to completely blow it on entertainment or whatever. It should be used to redeploy into other investment strategies to create that freedom for yourself. So of course, if you sell the 9 to 5, your 9 to 5 is there to pay your expenses, help you out on that end. Of course, pay your rent, pay your mortgage. That's the whole purpose of it. And the trading should be used to redeploy into the other investment strategies.
And how do you handle those days when maybe you are at a loss and you're not able to get back? Like, how do you, from an emotional standpoint, which is also very important because trading can get very emotional. And
yeah, of course.
Sometimes that's like the most dangerous part of it. So do you have like a daily goal or daily limit that you set for yourself? How does that work?
Yeah, like for me, like I've traded long enough where I know, let's say, I don't know, let's say my daily goal is to make around 2K and then I shut it down. And then my daily loss is about, let's say, around 5K, because that gives me plenty of room to either make it back that day, hedge or whatnot. And let's say if I hit that 5K, but I know my track record long enough where my winning days outplay my losing days by high amount. So I'm able to make myself back that amount. If let's say my analysis is completely wrong and I hit that 5K, boom, I'm out. Let's say that's always my goal, because I know I can make that 5K easily back in a day or two. If I can make that loss back in a day or two, I'm fine with it. But my statistically, probability wise, you guys see I post my trades every day in the chat. I'm not hitting that 5-day loss probably more than maybe once every few months. If you're hitting, let's say, that 5K loss once a week, then you need to like kind of re-strategize your whole mindset, because that's not healthy. But that, like, let's say that 5K loss max is hit maybe once in a blue moon, once every, let's say, quarter, once every 6 months, then that's easily attainable. But if that 1K loss, and if you don't have like long enough track record or experience to keep that, like, that amount, like, yeah, like less than that, then that's not a healthy way to trade either. So like I always try and stay away from like New York lunchtime. I don't like to trade past that. I only trade past it if I'm still holding a position while in profit, but I would never hold a position in loss longer than a few hours. If something's like really going wrong with my charts, maybe I got the levels upside down. I don't know what's happening, but I've traded long enough, Fabio, where I admit I had like that one 5K day. I think it was back in December, low volatility, high spread. I don't know, something was going on with my mindset, but it doesn't happen to me too often. Honestly, I've been trading long enough where I can manage my portfolio and I can bring myself back easily, either to break even or to maybe like a 1-2K loss. But if I hit that 5K loss, that's once in a blue moon. And I know I've traded this market long enough where I see the cycles, I see the moves, whether it's summertime or whether it's like middle of Q4 when the volume kicks in. For me, it's all the same for the moves because I always measure my risk based on the levels.
Yep.
And based on the movement of whatever the exposure gives us. So just because, so let's say like the SPY gives us a similar formation now and like moves down about 0.5%, and it gives us a similar type of setup or formation 3 months from now when the volume is going to be greater and it moves down, let's say 1%, my risk is still the same in dollar amount. So because my risk is same the dollar amount, I don't care how far it moves tick wise. That's how I always protect myself. It's always in dollar amount. So, and that's how I'm always able to customize it. The lot sizes on the CFDs. I know futures is a little different. It's based on ticks, but that's why people, if they're trading full contracts, they should maybe just go into the minis so they're able to adjust their risk a little better, especially if we have like high volatile days and we're getting it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get a bit of a push in about 40, 30, 35, 40 minutes with the ISM. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about setting your risk in dollar form, not in tick form, because every day is going to be different.
Yeah.
Sorry, net tick in points.